Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This reading is going to look at what is the blockage. So blockages, we can have them in many areas of life, and sometimes we want to know what the blockage is, what's the delay, what's holding things up, what's keeping us from perhaps our goals. And in this particular reading, we are going to take a look at that. So if you have not as of yet chosen a crystal or a card on the table, go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go to the portion of the reading that is in complete silence. So you'll get an up-close picture clip and an up-close video of the cards and the crystals on the table. Pause where necessary. Take as much time as you need in order to choose. And if during your selection process you feel led to pick more than one card or crystal, by all means pick more than one if you feel it's going to give you the most out of this reading. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch it at the upload time or sometime later down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness and you feel an intuitive nudge to watch, there indeed may be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are timeless. I can't possibly expect them to connect with each and every one of you that clicks on this video, and there will be many of you who watch, but what I can say is, for one, I hope you find a message here. But if you don't, that is okay. Maybe consider checking out my Pick a Card playlist. I have a bunch of readings I've already done. Maybe have some fun exploring my channel. There might be another message somewhere in that mix for you instead. And let's say if all is said and done, maybe I'm not the reader for you. That is okay too, because I trust that the universe will always guide you right and true and lead you in the right direction to the right message that you need at this moment in your journey, because that's how the magic works. And I trust that the magic will always guide you right and true. So with all of that being said, Star Family, let's go ahead and go directly to your reading of choice. Pile number 1, you chose Amethyst for your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There's a message on the back of that. I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading the further we get along. We are looking at what's the blockage. We want to see what the holdup is, what's the blockage, what's perhaps keeping you from your goals or keeping you from something else that you're maybe pursuing, maybe something that you're trying to manifest or bring into your life. What's the blockage, holdup, delay? Let's see. We're going to build this card up one card at a time, okay? Or build this reading up one card at a time. So let's see. What's the blockage right now? All right. So the 3 of Cups. So the blockage could be other people, okay? Maybe other people getting in your way, or the fact that maybe you're not really finding joy in whatever it is that you're doing at this time. It could also be not having enough spontaneity, not having enough fun, maybe not even being or meeting the right people, especially if it's love, right? 3 of Cups can talk about community, and it can talk about gatherings with people, hopefully with people that are on the same vibe as us. So again, depending on the situation, maybe there's not enough networking if it's a business project or opportunity. Same applies to love, right? If you're looking to date and or meet new people, maybe you're just not getting out there enough. Maybe you're not connecting with the right people who are of like mind, quality, and kind, okay? There's a need, though, to meet the right people, to connect with the right people, and to, I guess, find a little joy and spontaneity in your everyday. Sometimes when we're, I guess, all work and no play, right? And life is kind of like a little humdrum, right? Or when we're on the hamster wheel, that is life, in the middle of our busy hustle, we don't really get a lot of time to do the things that bring us joy and happiness. 3 of Cups is one of those cards that is asking for you to have a little bit of more of that in your life. Maybe the fun is lacking. Maybe you're all work and no play. And maybe you need to get out there and have a little good, have a little bit of a good time to kind of get your mojo back, right? And oftentimes that is the blockage when we're not having enough fun in life. We're not enjoying ourselves. We're supposed to be enjoying our life. We're supposed to be having moments that bring us that happiness, that bring us that elation, all right? And if some of you are all work, no play, and you're not getting enough of that, that could actually be the blockage of what's keeping you from maybe, the things that you wish to bring into your life, Okay. So let's get a little bit more information. Let's see, what also is the blockage? Let's see, any more information we can get in regards to blockages, right? For one, we know networking, not meeting the right people, not connecting with people of like mind, quality, and kind, whether that be in business, whether that be in love, whether that be in your work environment, okay? There could be other people as well, like I said, that could be blocking you or kind of getting in your way, or, you know, it could be gossip sometimes with the Three of Cups, which is hurting your situation at this time. Nonetheless, this is also saying if you're not getting enough fun, Spirit wants you to enjoy yourself more, because the more that you can find those moments of joy, right, the quicker you can arrive at your goals, your manifestation, and your destination. A lot of joy seems to be, you know, lacking when, you know, we're caught up in the hustle, because the hustle is all it is all there is at, you know, that particular moment. And it's like, where do you find the time to enjoy yourself more and, I guess, let loose or lay back, right? It can't, there has to be a balance, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. There can't be all work and no play. But anyhow, let's see. What is the blockage right now? Okay, so yeah, the Ace of Cups. I mean, it's such a beautiful card, right? What this is telling me is that the Ace of Cups, for one, is a very positive card. So it could be that there's some healing work to do as well, right, with the Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is about the heart chakra being open, right? We're asking about blockages here. So I'm going to address what I see. And one of the things that could be is that there's a need, especially if it's in love, right? You could be closing your heart off, right? Instead of opening it up and trying to heal it. So that could be a blockage from meeting new people. Maybe you're closed off. Maybe your heart is closed off. Okay. Not only that, this is also indication that if it's love and, you know, maybe you're a little closed off, maybe you're scared of meeting new people, perhaps. This is also saying that there's an opportunity for new love here. There is an opportunity for love to come in with this card. So Spirit is also advising here that if you're hesitant to meet new people, or let's say your perception is one of, oh, I'm never going to meet the right people because there aren't really a lot of good people out there. I don't trust easy, whatever. This is saying there's a need to open your heart up a little bit more, okay, in order to give yourself the opportunity to meet new people. All right. Also, the Ace of Cups speaks of something on your heart. It speaks of healing. So for some of you, the blockage is that you're still going through a healing journey at this time. And until that healing has fully completed itself and you have fully renewed yourself with the Ace of Cups energy and kind of like washed away the sorrows of your heart and found your joy again, right? That's going to be part of the blockage. You got to find your joy again. And the Ace of Cups wants to kind of like cleanse the heart space and open your heart more to the possibilities of new things, right? Your heart wants to feel more full with the Ace of Cups. And if you're lacking joy in your life with the Three of Cups, right, that can be a blockage to receiving more. Again, the Ace of Cups is the promise of new things wanting to make their way into your life in a way that will make your heart more full. So if there's anything at this time that you know you feel that you're not happy about, right? The part of the blockage could be that there's a need to shift and make the changes where needed, little ones even, to try to find more joy in your life, to incorporate it, right? To incorporate the things that make you happy with the Three of Cups in your life so you can feel more full. And as you do those things that bring you joy, you will heal through the process of that. And you will open yourself up to all the beautiful things that Spirit wants to bring into your life to make your life more full. Okay. Same thing applies if this is like a creative endeavor or something like that. There's a need to network. There's a need to get out there and kind of like put yourself out there in order to allow the opportunities to come through. If you're shy, you're reserved, you're held back, you don't want to meet new people, or you're afraid that the right people aren't going to be out there to maybe connect with you to get something off the ground, right? Again, it's a matter of perception, but it's like there's a need to, with the Ace of Cups, be a little vulnerable in any given situation. And if you're afraid to open up, right, you could end up blocking your blessings, is the feeling here. Okay. So let's see if we can get a few cards here. But what I love is, again, keep in mind that if you can allow yourself, right, to make connections, to put yourself out there, find your tribe, find like-minded souls, right? Maybe socialize more with the Three of Cups. Open yourself up to the possibilities, right, of what you can do, who you can meet. Right here, the Ace of Cups is like the universe, right, handing you that cup of love or handing you that thing on your heart. So if you can do that, you'll open yourself up to receive the things that you desire with the Ace of Cups. And not only that, a world of healing, okay? Your cup will run over. So let's see. Moving on, escape. Joyful times, yes. New or revived relationship. That makes sense. Okay. Now, for some of you, what the blockage was maybe was moving on from people, places, and things that weren't really aligning with you or bringing you joy, right? And there's a need to maybe move on from those things or close out those connections and relationships. Again, if there was any kind of gossiping friendships or things like that, like I mentioned before with the Three of Cups, it could be one of those things where it's like, part of the blockage is you're hanging out with the wrong people. You got to find your tribe. You got to move on from those people, places, and things, right, that are no longer making you happy. That's part of the blockage that needs to be kind of moved on from or removed. In order to find your joy and revive and make new friendships and relationships, right? Whether they be business, whether they be love, right? This is all about reviving maybe even the relationship with self as well. Finding your joy, okay, will help revive the relationship that you have with yourself and to the things and people and situations around you. This is kind of telling me to move on from the things that aren't bringing you joy, to close out old chapters in life that would make you more reserved and not want to kind of get out there and explore the possibilities of new things, people, places, and experiences. Right? This is about reviving. That would fall very much in line with the Ace of Cups. Reviving, okay, your relationship to things, people, and places, and whatnot, and finding your joy again. So part of the blockage is the need to find your joy and have a little, right? Because it says move on and escape. Have a little bit of escapism in order to find your joy. We need that spontaneity, like I said earlier. You need more fun in your life. Part of the blockage is you're not getting enough fun. Maybe you're not even connecting enough with your inner child so you can have that fun. The desire here, the feeling is the moving on energy, right? The escapism. The feeling that that's giving me is needing a little bit more adventure in your journey. And again, the Three of Cups is a card that wants to have a good time. You might not be having enough fun, period, right? And what this is telling me is that in order to bring the energy of the Ace of Cups in, right? In order to bring new things in, Spirit needs you to get out there and have more fun. In life, period. Socialize, gather with people, make new friends, get out there into the dating world, network if it has to do with work or a creative or business endeavor you're looking to pursue. All right, so let's see what this card says, and I'm going to grab a final. Wow, look at that. Love. Live your truth and share the love that is in your soul. Again, Spirit wants you to put more of your love and your light out into the world in order so you can bring that same energy into your journey, into your life right now. Because there's fresh energy that's on the other side of like this blockage. But this blockage isn't anything major that you can't overcome. This is basically saying Spirit wants you to open your heart to the possibilities. There is a lot of love out there for you, right? You have a lot of love and you have a lot of light to share. But you can't keep your light and your love hidden under a rock, right? You got to get out there. You got to do things. You got to explore. You got to have more fun. You got to bring more spontaneity. You got to meet more people, right? Broaden your, it's like this feeling of broadening your horizons. So that way you can feel revived, renewed, restored, healed, right? And or create new and or revive relationships in general. So yeah, definitely falls in line with the Ace of Cups just fine. Let's see if we can get a final oracle card for you, pile number 1 viewers. Final oracle card for pile number 1 viewers. Let's see. Oh, yes, look at that. Hathor. I love her right there. There's Hathor right there. And she says, be receptive, right? Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. So it's all about equal give and take. And maybe that's the thing. Some of you might have been moving on from relationships that weren't equal give and take. Perhaps even from friendships, you know, love that wasn't equal give and take. Maybe there was a 3-party situation with the 3 of Cups, you know, and it's like, whoa, this is not equal energy exchange here. But nonetheless, what this is saying is that in order to allow the new to come in with the Ace of Cups, right? You got to put yourself in a receptive state. And I know that's hard, especially when, you know, you're maybe don't want to put yourself out there, or maybe you're afraid to open up your heart to love again. But this is saying in order to receive, you got to open up a bit. You got to make yourself receptive, right? Not only that, Hathor is a goddess of love, is a goddess of pleasure, okay? And that makes total sense with the 3 of Cups, because again, and joy and dance, right? She represents all those things. So it's like the 3 of Cups, it makes sense with her energy here, because she's like, she wants you to get out there and have a little bit more fun, right? And be receptive and open to receiving with the Ace of Cups, because there is this energy available to you, and this card is indicating it's there. And so does the love card. It's indicating that this energy of the Ace of Cups is available to you right now. Okay, so this is what I have for you, pile number 1 viewers. I am going to roll the dice for a little bit more information. If you're not familiar with my channel, I suggest you know, you do your own research to research the number interpretation. There will be a few sources out there. I don't want to recommend one or give you a shortcut to a link for one, because it might not be one that you like, and I want you to be able to resonate with it, right? And then not only that, if I give you a shortcut to find the number interpretation for yourself, I might rob you of the experience of finding other synchronicity and serendipity on the journey. And I don't want that to happen. I want you to be able to find your own magic. Likewise, I always tell everybody not to put the number interpretation in the comment section for the same reason. Again, we want everybody to find their own magic, right? So let's see what numbers we get for you, pile number 1 viewers. All right, so we have 9, 2, whoa, hold on. 926 is your angel number. So go ahead and look up that number, see what that number brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do here, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store and shop is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have really cool things that I make there by hand, and on occasion I will have tarot readings there as well as my availability permits. And once I'm done completing readings for other people, I will repost again for those who watch my channel, right? So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose the Selenite here for your crystal. I'm going to put that there. This is your card. There's a message on the back of that. We're looking at what is the blockage, right? What is the delay? So if there's anything that you're looking to pursue, anything that you're looking to manifest, anything that you're looking to make happen or bring into your life, we want to see what the blockage is, okay? We're going to build this reading up one card at a time. So let's see, pile number 2, what is the blockage? Blockage, delay on your journey right now. Let's see, what's the holdup? Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, and I will grab another card. Let's address this first, though. We have the Wheel of Fortune as the blockage, and this is basically saying that there's a major shift happening right now, and you have to go through the change, you have to go through the shift before, right, this blockage is out of the way. So this is kind of feeling like the delay is that a cycle is trying to close itself out. The blockage, well, this has to run its course, is what the Wheel of Fortune is saying. However, the wonderful thing about the Wheel of Fortune is, yes, we do feel oftentimes up in the air in the middle of a shift or a change. And we can feel like nothing's making progress with the wheel sometimes, because things are kind of like up in the air and have no sense of direction. Now, the reason why I say things are up in the air is because oftentimes I equate the Wheel of Fortune to the roulette wheel at the casino. And I'm sure you've heard me use this analogy before, but when you throw the ball up in the air, you have no idea what number that ball is going to land on at, on the roulette wheel. And for that moment, while the ball is up in the air, things seem really unpredictable. And there's no way to know which way something is going to go. And anything could change in the blink of an eye in that moment. Part of the blockage could be that there's, again, like I said, a shift and a change and a transformation taking place in your journey right now, where one cycle is closing and another one is opening up. And it feels and perceives itself to be a blockage or a delay, right? But it's really just Spirit trying to help you steer the ship in the direction that you're supposed to go, in the direction of your fortune, in the direction of your destiny. Part of the blockage could be that there's a need to surrender, right? Because I often say that the Wheel of Fortune is actually the wheel of change, and there's a need to surrender. So part of the blockage is maybe needing to surrender to the process of the shifts and the changes that are happening right now in your journey, where, because so much is happening around you with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like everything's going a little haywire, or even life is throwing you a curveball. The thing is that the Wheel of Fortune is an opportunity for us to allow Spirit, universe to take the wheel, and for us to just be the back seat, like take a back seat and not necessarily be the backseat driver, if you know what I mean, but just allow Spirit to do what it needs to do. Because the Wheel of Fortune is trying to get you where you need to be, but it's not going to get you there when it's not your time. Okay, and I know nobody wants to hear that because that's hard, right? It's like, right, divine timing is such a pain in the butt. Yeah, I just totally get it, because sometimes human condition, right? We want what we want when we want it right now. We don't want to have to wait. But the Wheel of Fortune is saying to surrender a bit. Part of the problem or the blockage is that maybe there's a need to surrender and allow the universe to run its course. And to trust and to know that it'll happen in good time, when it's right for you, no sooner or later. Like I always use the analogy, you don't want an undercooked meal. Okay? Trust me, you don't want an undercooked meal. And you don't want an overcooked meal either. You know, you want that meal to arrive on your table when it's done to perfection for you. So let's grab another card here. There's a major change happening right now, and part of the blockage also is that things that are meant to fall out of your life maybe aren't fully completely fallen out of your life yet. All right, because again, there's oftentimes things falling off the wheel with the Wheel of Fortune in order to make room for new things to enter. So there's a couple things that maybe aren't done falling off the wheel yet. And it does feel like as soon as that gets out the way, right, and the shift is complete, the blockages will be removed. Okay, there's a couple things that got to work themselves out of your journey at this time. It could be things that aren't working. All right, but let's see if we can get at least one more card from a little bit more information as far as what the blockages, the holdup is. Okay. All right, so we have Page of Pentacles. Now, this is promising, okay, because this is telling us that there are new opportunities on the other side of this shift. Okay. So I love that, you know, the cards happen to be in this order, because it's telling us that once the shift is gone or out of the way and these things are kind of falling off and the cycle's fully complete, right? Even a difficult challenge or chapter in the journey is what is closing out. And that is what part of the blockage is, because it's not fully completed itself yet, right? Because it's a number 10, it's a card of completion or number of completion. But what this is telling us is that on the other side of the shift is a whole new world of possibilities and opportunities presenting themselves with the Page of Pentacles. And it's also telling us that this blockage delay is not going to last forever. There's also the feeling here of, in order to assist to get the ball rolling, right? Sometimes we got to try new things. Page of Pentacles is an energy that wants to explore and try new things, to get its feet wet. That's what pages do. They step into new territory and explore their options and explore what's possible, because they're fresh-faced to the world. So the feeling also here is, for some of you, in order to promote more change in your life, right? And maybe unblock some of these things. The Page of Pentacles is saying, well, you got to try new things. You got to step out there. You got to kind of take the first step in the direction of something that you want to accomplish with the pentacle here, right? There's maybe a field of study that is required, that maybe you've been hesitant about or you haven't taken up yet. And it's like the minute that you do, you get the ball rolling. Because it's the initiation of something. Pages speak of initiation, the first step in the direction of something. For some of you, it's the first step in the direction of a new career, of a new endeavor. The first step in the direction of a new field of study or a new hobby or project that you're looking to take on. Page of Pentacles is also exploration in a sense, right? There's this feeling of needing to explore possibilities, opportunities, right? Explore new places, new things, try new things. I like that the Wheel of Fortune is saying here, well, this is shifting out of the way. This blockage is getting out of the way. And it's going to open up doors for you. But in the meantime, right, you can take a step, is what it's saying. You can take a step to explore your interest, to explore things that you've been curious about. Because pages are childlike energy. They're very curious. They want to explore. They want to test the waters. So in order to also help move this along, in the meantime, right, you can actually do something on a physical, tangible level to explore what maybe you've been hesitant to explore or to do or to create. You can do that. There's nothing keeping you from that. Okay? So let's grab a few cards here, and then I'm going to pull this over. I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, this is saying, for some of you, this is, this has to do with work, career, money, projects, endeavors on a physical level, right? And maybe that's what you're concerned about in regards to the blockage or the holdup or the delay from maybe having you achieve your success, or maybe you're struggling to come up with new ideas and innovate, right? Innovate. Something is changing in your world with the Wheel of Fortune, but it's trying to lead you to a new opportunity, a new endeavor, and open up the world to you in a different way. But let's see. The other feeling is here, a fresh start. Like some of you are looking for a fresh start. Pages are that new energy. Maybe you feel blocked from the fresh start at this time. Cool, calm, and collected. Again, remember I was saying that sometimes we just need to surrender, right? Allow Spirit to take the wheel to direct us where we need to go. Another thing, before I pull over the other cards, remember when I mentioned the curveball energy of the Wheel of Fortune? Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune can throw things at us that we're not expecting. But sometimes those unexpected things actually lead us to our blessings. And we don't see them in the moment for what they are. It's always hindsight that we can say, oh, now I know why that happened. Whoa, that was totally out of the blue. It wasn't what I had anticipated or planned. It just like life just threw me a curveball, and boom, here I am. I'm somewhere else. I'm doing something else. My life shifted in a moment, you know, blink of an eye. Right? But this energy of calm, cool, collected is saying to, again, surrender a little bit through this shift. Because your opportunities are on the other side of the shift. Also, I want to say, you know what? I can see a little bit of a scenario here for love. Right? Some of you are wondering when new love is going to enter. And the Wheel of Fortune is often one of those cards that says that your paths have to cross. And sometimes your paths will cross serendipitously in a very unexpected way, like your paths will collide. And the blockage is the paths haven't quite collided yet. You're not quite put on the same path as one another. But the feeling with the Page of Pentacles is that it's close. The opportunity to encounter them is close at hand. All right. So let's see. Balance and self-sufficient. Okay. So again, the feeling is surrender. Allow the universe to work this energy through. Right? Allow things to fall off the wheel where they don't need to be on the wheel moving forward into your future. Keep your cool. Keep your balance. Right? Stay centered. And the self-sufficient energy, right? The Page of Pentacles, remember I was feeling the energy of work, career, business, possibly, you know, study. Page of Pentacles is saying there's a new idea brewing on the other side of this. I don't know if some of you are feeling like a writer's block and you're wondering, you know, you're struggling to come up with new or fresh ideas. Some of you are wanting a fresh start. Some of you are wanting a fresh start in regards to going into business for yourself, possibly. That's what this self-sufficient energy is. However, it's a fresh start that you're starting over in something in your life. Okay. Part of the blockage is that you need to surrender. You need to keep your cool. You need to find your balance. And until you just allow the wheel to shift you where you need to be, right, you're going to come across a few hurdles here and there. But it's all about alignment within ourselves that then allows us to remove the blockage and then receive and be put on the path to explore. For some of you, I don't know if you're looking to move or go somewhere with the Page of Pentacles as well. Wheel of Fortune. Like, I was feeling the vibe of fresh start. That could be in several different aspects of the journey. Maybe a fresh start in love, maybe a fresh start in career, maybe a fresh start with, being on your own and doing your own thing and being self-sufficient that way. But I really do feel like this is all about you moving in a new direction after this gets out of the way. And the Page of Pentacles is showing us that it's there. It's there. And you'll be able to hold your own, right? After you get this out of the way, you'll be able to hold your own. So let's see if we can get the message here on this card. This is what you chose. Yeah, look at that. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is so much for you to share. So much for you to do, explore, and innovate, right? With the Page of Pentacles. There's no limitations. That's why it's saying, stay calm, cool, and collected. Center yourself. Balance yourself. You got this. You're self-sufficient. You're capable. There's nothing that you can't conquer, right? It's just like you're going through a shift and a change right now. You got to just allow these curveballs and things happening unexpectedly around you to just run their course. That's the only blockage for now, because as soon as that kind of gets out of the way, there's a whole world of opportunity and possibility opening up to you with zero limitations of what you can accomplish. And you're perfectly adept enough, capable enough, right? Self-sufficient to accomplish it. There's so much for you to do. And the Page of Pentacles is indicating that there's a ton of possibilities. And that world of possibilities will indeed open up to you to start something new, to start something fresh, to innovate and come up with new ideas, new projects, new endeavors, a new career. The energy of the Page of Pentacles is also like opportunity knocking. All right. And it's the first step in the investment of something, right? Because the Page is always trying to become the King of Pentacles. So it's the first initial step or investment into a new journey or endeavor. And Spirit wants you to know here that there's nothing that can keep you from your goal. You're totally capable. Let's get a final oracle. And you will be able to explore your options in regards to how you want to proceed with those ideas, those endeavors, once this gets out of the way. All right, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that leap of faith. That does make sense. Take a risk and put your heart's true desires into action. No limitations. Don't allow anything to hold you back, right? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles is the first step in the direction of something new. So it may require a leap of faith. And at that point, the only thing that can hold you back is you, right? From actually going after it. But this is available to you. I feel like there's a couple of things that have to run their course for now and let them be, right? But after that, there's nothing to keep you from what it is that you wish to begin with the Page of Pentacles. It's the first step in the direction of a new idea. And yeah, whatever it is that you desire, this card is saying, put your heart out there, leap into it, take the first step in the direction of it. you are able to, again, make that initial investment with the Page of Pentacles in a new direction and watch how you mature through the process of pursuing that journey. Just know that there are no limitations, right? As far as what you can accomplish with this fresh energy. All right, so let's see what the angel numbers say for you. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice to get more information. Sometimes the angel numbers, once you look them up, can confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages that maybe you need personally. I don't like to recommend a source because it could be one for one that you don't like. And two, I don't want to give you a shortcut to research and numbers because I want you to find your own magic along the journey. Sometimes when you go do your research for yourself, you may come across other synchronicity and serendipity Spirit needs you to find. If I gave you a shortcut, I might rob you of that experience. Don't want it to happen. That's why, again, I leave that up to you to find a source that you trust. Likewise, I always tell everybody in the comment section to please, or always tell everybody to please refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section for this same reason, because we want everybody to find their own magic. All right, so let's see what numbers come up for you, pile number 2. All right, so we have 6, 10. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this is helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Want to take it a step further to support what I do? Please visit me on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below. I make handmade crystal jewelry, amongst other things, as well as tarot readings, which are unavailable right now because of my crazy schedule. But you can definitely check in every once in a while. I will repost readings as I become available and as I complete readings for people who have purchased prior as well. So it's hit or miss. Visit my channel or visit my page every once in a while to see what has been made available again. So much love to you wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining. Pile number 3, viewers, you chose this Tiger's Eye and Clear Quartz wand. And this is your card. There is a message on the back of that. I will be sure to read this card as I get more cards on the table. We're going to build this reading up one card at a time. So we're looking at blockages in your journey, what you may perceive the blockages to be. We want to take a look at what's the delay, what's the holdup, what's keeping you maybe from your goals or from a manifestation or from any other thing in your life or area in your life that you're looking to achieve. So let's see, what is the blockage? What is the blockage? What is the delay right now? All right, and then I'll grab another card as well. Okay, so the judgment energy. The blockage is that there's a need to release or let something go. There's a desire, right, to have this rebirth moment, because we're asking about blockages here, right? So we want to see what the shadow aspect is that could be creating the delay or the holdup. The judgment is that energy that wants to let go, right? But in a blocked position, let's say, it's struggling to release, it's struggling to break free, it's struggling to liberate itself from something that is holding it back. So part of the blockage is there's a need to free yourself from whether it be a mindset or something, a person, a place, or a thing that's just not working. And it could be that that's what's creating the blockage, because there's a need to let it go and free yourself so it's not in the way anymore. Also, the energy of the judgment speaks about like heeding the call. Okay, so there's a spiritual calling, and if you've kind of like put it aside and you haven't responded to the call of spirit, right, especially if spirit has inspired something within you, if you have not heeded the call, that's part of the blockage, right? Spirit's asking you to respond or to step up and pursue your purpose in some way, or take even just small steps toward it, but at least to let the universe know that you've heard, right? You've heard the call. You've heeded the call. So that could be part of the blockage too. It's like there's also a spiritual awakening energy in this card. So it could be that part of the blockage, right, or delay or whatever it is that's keeping you from whatever it is that you seek, is that you're still undergoing a spiritual awakening at this time. And that shift has to fully complete itself before you're able, right, to get the blockages removed. Part of, right, the spiritual journey right now, or the awakening, is the removal of blockages, right? Things that are held up in our vibration. And it could be that part of the blockage of the delay is that you're not done clearing those things out of the way yet. You're still undergoing or going through your ascension process and your awakening. Maybe you're at a certain stage of that journey that, you know, it's still a work in progress. Okay? And please, that is normal. Have compassion for yourself, okay? Because we all go through different stages of the awakening process, and we go through it a couple times, right? But it feels like the main holdup with the Judgment card is that there's something that you're not quite letting go. Because when you look at the card, these people, they've lifted themselves up out of the tombs and they are reborn. Okay, it's the phoenix rising from the ashes moment, where all the aspects of old self have been shed and you're free of those things that would hold you back or hold you down. So again, if you're still undergoing that work to free yourself of those things, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, right, physically even, allow yourself, right, to go through that process. Don't judge yourself, right? Because we could be our own worst critics. Have more compassion for yourself through the process is also the guidance and advice here. Because we all go through, right, those different levels of awakening, and they are not always fun, all right? They're not. They can be very difficult sometimes. But there's a need to let go. Surrender even to the process of the awakening journey and ascension, because you are undergoing something that is helping to level you up right now. And it seems like things are held up, delayed, and or blocked from you, but it's probably because with the Judgment card, you're not fully completed with that ascension, that stage of ascension yet, you see? So let's see, what else do we need to know about this? Whoa! What? Look at that. The 6 of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so this is telling me that as soon as you get through this, right, this is what you'll have. The 6 of Wands, your success, your triumph over adversity, your achievement. So part of the blockage is you have to go through this transformation, because the Judgment, there's a lot of change and transformation cards, right? A lot of cards that speak of the closing out of a cycle, and yeah, the closing out of a major chapter in one's life. The Judgment is one of those cards, including like the Wheel of Fortune. You also have the Tower, the Death card, the World, right? There's a bunch of them. But this is telling me that on the other side of letting this go, right, or stepping up into your purpose, and or completing this ascension journey and cycle that you're in right now of your awakening, is your success. That's definitely not a blockage, right? Your success is not a blockage. You're not necessarily blocked from your success or achievement. It's just that you're going through this right now. You're going through, right, letting this go, so then you can arrive at this with the 6 of Wands. So your success is not far off or not far away from you. The goals that you want to achieve, you're not far away from them. It's just that right now, there's a lot spiritually probably that you're going through. And for some of you, you got to go through this stage of the journey, right? To kind of shed off that last bit of whatever's holding you back, in order to then go pursue your purpose and achieve what you desire or set out to do, in order to have success in whatever area in your life that the Six of Wands is pursuing. The Six of Wands, we have to remember, is a soldier having returned from war. Okay, he returned from battle. He survived the battle, and he's now collecting his accolades. So you're going through this in order to then arrive at your reward. To free you up, right? To receive your accolades, your reward, and your blessings and gifts from Spirit. So I see this as super positive in the sense that allow this to run it, allow the journey of ascension, awakening, the liberating, right? That you're going through the process of restoring yourself and liberating yourself from the old in order to then be put on the path to your success, your purpose, and those good things that are meant for you and your triumph, right? This is the adversity is what you're working through and letting go in order to arrive at your victory and triumph with the Six of Wands. So let's see if we can get a few cards here. Oh, there goes one. Let's see, at least two more. The thing is the Six of Wands is indicating like a positive outcome and victory when all is said and done. And sometimes the leveling up, right, the growth, the process of growth and transformation from the old into the new version of us isn't, again, always the most pleasant. And it's oftentimes very challenging. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. The feeling is like, it can be exhausting. That's a feeling that this card is giving me. It can be exhausting. So I don't know if any of you are feeling that energy of like, oh man, I'm just tired, right? I'm spiritually tired. And the Six of Wands is that energy where, again, it's a soldier having returned from war. And, soldiers, they're exhausted from the battle too. Right? This is spiritual warfare here. In other words, we're all going through it in some way. And it's like, the Six of Wands is that soldier. Yeah, he's exhausted, having returned from war, having completed the war, or finished his battle. And at the same time, though, he's looking forward to his rest, his victory. Okay, so this is saying once you get through this, right, that's the hold up for now, right? But once you get through this, you're going to have your victory. You're going to have your moment to shine. You're going to have your moment of rest. Your moments of success for sure. Because you're on the path and the road to go get it now after this is over and done with. So nothing's going to keep you from your desires or what it is that you wish to achieve once this is out of the way. All right. It's the blockage for now. It's the hold up for now. But you're not far off, right, from what it is you want. Okay, so look at that. Limitations. We got to free ourselves of the things that hold us back, of the limitations. Sometimes it's a limitation mindset, right? We got to free ourselves of those things that would keep us stuck in our box, right? No pun intended with the Judgment card. We got to free ourselves up of those things. So let's see. Craftsmanship. All right, this card always reminds me of, like, again, we're working on ourselves, right? We're working on ourselves. And our life's journey is a work in progress. You're building yourself up, right? You're working through the limitations of your mind, maybe your mind, body, heart, and spirit. You're working on yourself. You have been doing the work, right, to get you to this point so you can free yourself up and reach your success. Because sometimes, again, it's wounding, it's trauma, it's old things from the past, people from the past, things of the past, triggers of the past. It could also be things in our circumstance and surroundings that create limitations that we have to work through, right? Whatever the limitation is, you're going through the process of freeing yourself up from that. And Spirit is also there with the guardian angel energy of the judgment, there to assist you, right? To lift you up out of these limitations. So you can, with the Six of Wands, reach your full potential. Pausing to reflect. That's like energy of meditation, right? Self-reflection, hermit energy, hangman energy, right? It's a pause. Sometimes those pauses in life are purposeful to help us gain wisdom, enlightenment, and perspective, right? That's all part of the growth. We can reflect back on the journey to see how far we've come and realize, you know, what got us, right, to where we are. There's a lot to reflect on, and during the reflection process, we can become more self-aware, take a better look at ourselves to see what needs letting go as well. It gives us a moment to reassess and do an inventory of our life, right? Those moments of pause and reflection to see what's not working so we can remove it, let it go, clear ourselves of any limitation that may be in the way. That's what the judgment is trying to do. It's trying to free you up of those things. And you might have had, right, to undergo that moment of reflection, self-reflection, to see what needs let go. And that's part of the blockage right now in the moment, or the delay, because you're in the process of letting that go or working your way through those things to see what can stay, what can go. All right, so let's see what this card says, and then I'm going to grab a final. Wow, it says abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Well, we see your blessings, your victory, your triumph right here with the Six of Wands, your success. And it feels like you're on the road to freeing yourself of things that would limit you, right? Or block you from your blessings and abundance. For some of you, what could be the blockage is that there's a limitation mindset that's maybe keeping you from your victories, your success, your achievement, and your abundance. But this is also saying that these doors of abundance and blessings, right, are opening up to you, or soon to open up to you with the Six of Wands, because right here, you've been doing the work. And you've been opening up your heart. Coming from perhaps a place of love now, or self-love. And healing and forgiving of yourself, right? So then you can be put on the path to receive. So there's abundance that's awaiting you on the other side of this blockage, right? So it says Iseult. All the other ones are face down, by the way. But let's see. It says Iseult. Undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Okay. So the feeling is here, again, like I was saying, learning to love yourself, right? Forgive yourself. That could be part of what was needed. Right? Please know that the love that you have, right, within is eternal. It's an energy that never can, right? It's a flame that can never be put out. The feeling is here also that Spirit loves you, right? And maybe you're learning to love yourself. And understanding that you are love, right? And that love is also what helps remove limitations, self-love, and understanding that Spirit loves you at all times. And that love constantly dwells within you, even when you're not loving yourself, even when you're not feeling your best. right? And this is also saying that any love, let's say for instance, what was needed to be let go was the love of someone, okay? Because sometimes with the Judgment card, we can struggle to let go of people and things and situations and maybe relationships as well. But this is saying also with this card here, please know that any love that you have ever at one time put out into the world was never in vain. Okay? The feeling also is here that if we've ever shared love with another at one time, even if it went sour, okay, the love that you had put out into that situation at that moment was pure. And you should never regret that. Okay? If you shared love at any one point in your life, you have embodied the love of God, Creator, Spirit, and the universe in that moment. Right? And that is a beautiful thing. So, again, the feeling is here like no regrets, right? In that sense. I do want to grab another one. And it's also like when you get to a point where you can free yourself, right? And love fully without limitations, right? You do open yourself. And that's like with any aspect in life. It's not just romantic love. But you open yourself up to love in general, okay? You open yourself up to a world of abundance and everything that your heart desires over here. Whatever you do, do it from a place of love because you enjoy it. You love it. You know what I mean? You appreciate it. Do it with a sincere heart, right? Anything that you put out into the world, anything that you want to pursue, do it. Anything that you're building up for yourself or you're working towards, right? Even if it's a project or a creative idea, let's say, do it from a place of love. And everything that you desire will naturally follow. Afterward. The abundance that you seek will naturally come. All right, final oracle card. Okay. So it says, High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through spiritual teaching. Remember when I was saying your purpose? Part of the blockage is maybe, Spirit is trying to grab your attention when it comes to pursuing your purpose. Maybe your spiritual purpose. Right? Some of you have been meditating on what that is, and maybe you're not coming up with an answer. Right? Pausing to reflect card and the High Priestess and the Judgment. But Spirit is also saying here for some of you who have heard the call and you're hesitating or you're not taking action, it's requiring, right, that you kind of step into it, that you step more into your heart. Because it's like the minute you step into this, right, and you go and you pursue it, you heed the call, you will, right, especially if you pursue it from a place of love, right, this card here. And this card here says when your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. So some of you have a spiritual purpose to pursue, right? And it's going to require that you step into your heart in order to pursue it. It's like waiting for you. The feeling is here waiting for you to pursue it. And the other feeling I got here from the craftsmanship card is saying build your legacy. You have something spiritual to share. Part of the blockage is maybe you haven't quite pursued it yet. And Spirit needs you to step more into love and out of fear in order to go pursue that. So you can have your success, so you can have your abundance, and you can fulfill your purpose as far as why you're here. Okay? So let's see. I'm going to grab angel numbers now for you to complete this reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice. The numbers, once they come up, can confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages that perhaps you need personally. I don't recommend a source because it could be one you don't like. And 2, if I gave you a shortcut to research in numbers, it might rob you of the experience of finding other synchronicity and serendipity on your journey to researching the numbers for yourself. Likewise, I always tell everybody not to put the number interpretation in the comment section for the same reason. We don't want to rob anybody of finding their own magic. Okay, so let's see what numbers come up for you, pile 3. All right, so we have 8. I'm sorry for the lighting. We have 7. And 9. So 879 is your angel number. Go ahead and look that up. See what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. You want to take it a step further to support what I do here, please visit my Etsy store. My Etsy shop link is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass. Often we'll have readings there when available, when my availability permits. I will put tarot readings up and out for everybody. So again, you have to visit my shop every once in a while to see what's been put there again. So much love to you wherever you are. Pile number 3 viewers, take care and always keep shining. Pile number 4, you chose the Lemurian Seed crystal. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a barcode and ridges that you can feel in the crystal. This is a smoky Lemurian seed that you chose. This is your card. There's a message on the back of that, and I will be sure to incorporate that into the reading. For this reading, we are looking at blockages, hindrances, delays. What could be blocking you from attracting something, blocking you from a goal, you know, whatever it is that you feel you're hindered by or that you perceive there to be a blockage, right? That's what we're trying to look into. We want to see what is the holdup, what's the delay, what's the blockage in your journey right now, or whatever it is that you're looking to make progress in, right? So let's see. What is the blockage? Pile number 4, viewers. Okay, so we have the Death card. Now, the Death card does talk about change and transformation. It talks about transmutative energy, and it ends up speaking about things that eventually have to come to a close in order for you to kind of rebirth yourself in some way. Okay? Now, part of the blockage is maybe needing to heal from something that has closed itself out and release something that has run its course as well. Okay, and it's like until we can transition out of that situation and or let go of what has run its course, right, then we can't necessarily start over fresh or new. We can't make headway or make progress. So the Death card is indicating that there's something has to come to a close, and until that comes to a close and we work our way out of it, right, we're going to struggle to make the headway and the progress that we need to. So let's see, what else can we find out about this, right? What else do we need to know about this? Okay, so Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that makes sense, right? I mean, because it is forward movement, it is progress, it is momentum. It's not the fastest momentum or speed with the Knight of Pentacles, but it's still progress in the right direction. All right, so the feeling is here, there's something that you have, either you have to initiate bringing to a close or bringing to an end, whatever it is that's not working. It could be a lot of different things in life that's maybe just not working out. But until you say goodbye to that, until you say, and you know, that's it, I'm done with that situation, right? Until you decide to literally make the shift or the change, there's gonna be a struggle to make progress. Knight of Pentacles wants to make progress, though. It wants to move in the right direction. It always does what's right, practical, logical, right, rational, makes sense. It always does things safely and securely. So what this is saying is, Here's your kind of like safe movement forward with the Knight of Pentacles and the freedom to go, because Knights are movement, speed, action, momentum. They always go in the direction of something they're pursuing, or oftentimes it has to do with what they're holding. So in this case, there's momentum and progress to be made. Okay. In whatever endeavor, project, goal, career, maybe even with the Knight of Pentacles, maybe money situation. But there's something over here that has to shift first and has to run its course. It has to get out of the way. And I kind of want to find out a little bit more about that. I want to know what else this blockage is about. Okay. Because we see over here that the Knight of Pentacles is looking to move. He's ready. He's just waiting to move. But this has to get out the way first. Okay. So for some of you, right, it could be this Five of Cups energy. It could be something it could be a loss, right? It could be healing from regret or sadness, or feeling like something can't be recovered, right? So you're maybe recovering from a lost relationship, recovering from a broken heart, recovering from something that went wrong, right? And it's like, until this healing and transformation and transmutation of this energy of loss and challenge, or whatever it was you were facing here with the Five of Cups, until that is shifted, right? You can't really start over. You can't start new. But the Knight of Pentacles is waiting to move you forward. That's the positive part, right? There's also this feeling of part of the blockage is maybe lack of communication, right? So it's kind of like, if you're waiting to hear from somebody or something, and you're not really getting the news that you need or are waiting for, because the Page of Wands can talk about good news. So you could be waiting on news, information to come through to kind of like free you up or unblock this blockage for you. Maybe you're waiting to hear from a job or a person, and there's a delay in that receiving of information and or phone call, right? Maybe if it's love, especially with the Five of Cups, there could be that part of the blockage is that relationship ended. Maybe you haven't been hearing from them, and because you wish to hear from them, and you're struggling maybe to let go or move on, right? That could also be what the blockage is about. It's like the lack of communication because you haven't heard from them. I don't know if they turned their back, if they ghosted, right? The communication, I could see that definitely with these three cards. If somebody ghosted and you're still trying to heal from the trauma of that abandonment, right? That could also be why there's lack of progress, or there's no forward movement or momentum at this time. However, the Knight of Pentacles is there. It's like you're making progress, it seems, but it's very slow progress to let this go, or to heal from it, or to transmute the energy of whatever disappointment with the Five of Cups that you had experienced, right? And again, everybody's healing journey takes time, and it's going to be at a different pace, right? So remember to kind of like have compassion for yourself through whatever transformation, healing journey you're experiencing, especially with the Death card. Some things, naturally come to a close with the Death card, come to an end, and we have to kind of like say goodbye to those things. And the thing is that with the Five of Cups energy here, it's saying that not all is lost, right? Sometimes we have to shift our mindset or perspective or paradigm in order to kind of try to help ourselves look on the bright side of things, in order to make the progress and make the headway that we want to see in the right direction, right? Because the Page is always looking to take the first step in the direction of something fresh, something new. And it's like the promise of something, right? And Pages speak about growth. So it could be that whatever was lost with the Five of Cups is something you're still healing from, but it also at the same time, oddly enough, has been a catalyst for growth. And what it's saying here is that there's a need to kind of heal, right? That from that loss, from that disappointment, from that setback or letdown, that shifted you on the course towards a lot of change and personal transformation, right? There's a need to kind of conclude that healing journey and cycle in order to step into the new. And honestly, what I see here is also progression from the Page to a Knight. you see? So, I mean, you're on the brink of this growth, and you're on the brink of stepping in the right direction. However, there's this need to kind of close this out fully and shift your direction and or focus to the positive aspects of what occurred here, especially if it has to do with healing from something that was lost to you. Okay? That loss might have been a catalyst for major growth in your journey. And oftentimes we can focus on what ended and what was lost, right, with this card, because it's like the Five of Cups is looking in that direction, or body language is facing the Death card. However, it's turned its back to the Two Cups here that are still standing, which is basically a promise of what still remains and what still is available to you, right? And its back is also turned to the Page of Wands, which is a signal for new growth, new things to come. So there is the promise of new, there is the promise of more, there is the promise of progress, right? Because he leveled, it's like leveling up from the Page to the Knight. And it's slow progress nonetheless, but it's still progress in the right direction. So this is feeling like here, something difficult that you had to heal from is, right, is what you're clearing out, or what the part of the blockage is that still remains. But this is also telling me that this is actually getting out the way. This is actually moving out the way in order for you to step in the right direction, in order for you to make the stable, right, in order for you to regain your stability in the right direction towards the things that have a solid foundation. Also, if you're waiting on news, right, if you're waiting on news, this is saying that the news will come, right? It'll come. The Page of Wands is indicating it promises good news. It promises good things, the Page of Wands. But it could be that as you're waiting on the news, right, it could be affecting your mood or your vibe with the Five of Cups. And that's part of the blockage. You want to try to stay positive, right? Even though it's difficult because it's kind of like out of your hands, especially if you're waiting on news or a phone call back or about something important. It's like you're waiting for that one thing in order to give you the green light to move ahead, right? For some of you, that could be anything. That could be a job. It could be, a realtor telling you that you got the house. There's a lot of things that we could be waiting on that kind of put our life on hold in a sense. So that's what this also feels like. But this is also a reminder that if this information, news that you desire to receive is held up, make sure that you keep your vibration positive, right? That you're not focused on the negative aspects of the weight, right? Over here with the Five of Cups. Because it feels like some of you are looking to move forward with your life, but you're waiting on something to come through, right? And the wait is obviously part of the blockage because it feels like part of that is out of your hands. The delay, right? And the funky energy that you feel as you wait could also be part of the blockage. So you don't want to push it away from you. You want to try to like shift your focus to the things that are working right now and the things that you can control for now, right? But there's a major shift and a change that will take place as a result of receiving this news. Okay. And I apologize for the lighting here. Not the best right now. Anyhow, what I'm seeing here is that the news will come, okay? The information that you're seeking will come to kind of free you up to move forward, right? But a lot of the blockage is other people, right? A major situation that kind of like feels out of one's hands. And also the need to kind of focus on the things you can control for now, right? Because we gotta keep our vibe right in order to align with the outcome we want to see and to keep it flowing in our direction, right? So if you're going through a healing journey right now, allow that journey to conclude itself through the healing journey if and where you can, okay, in order to help assist, right, to lift up the feeling or lift yourself up out of the feeling of the blockage or the hindrance. Instead of focusing on that situation that was lost to you and what went wrong in that situation, try to shift your focus, right? Turn your I guess, turn around and look at, or turn your outlook around, right? And try to look at the positive things that have been gained from the negative situation. You know, if it was a negative situation or a difficult one, because fives talk about challenges. That's why I'm saying that. The Page of Wands is signaling so much growth that has come out of that difficult change, transformation, and or wounding, right? Or breakup, right? That caused a catalyst for major growth. Like there's so much positive that came out of that. It feels like with the Page of Wands, or there's so much more that will be positive because of that thing that didn't work out. So it does also feel like some of this was a blessing in disguise. Like whatever came to a close, what didn't work out, whatever you felt disappointed by or didn't go your way with these two cards, right? Something good is to come out of this. The page is promising that, and so is the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so there's forward movement in the right direction. Just keep that in mind, that on the other side of this is movement where you're meant to be, who you're meant to be with, in the right direction of what you're meant to become and what you're meant to accomplish, right? So any disappointments in a situation that didn't go your way, you know, maybe a job, maybe you didn't get the job over here with the Death card, didn't go your way. Maybe the house that you were looking at maybe didn't go your way. You know, I'm just giving you examples of stuff. If there was any kind of disappointment, right, the Page of Wands is indicating that something else is going to come through to replace that instead, in order to help you move forward in the right direction. All right. Let's see if we can get 3 cards. There's 2. Let's get one more. All right, so let's see. Whoa, sudden change. Traditional relationship. So for some of you, maybe it was a relationship that was lost. And that you're like, you know, part of the blockage is that, you know, you're not maybe done healing from that situation, or you're still trying to put it behind you, right, and move forward. But I also feel like that relationship put you on the path to a lot of growth and a lot of healing. And also the feeling here is finding yourself again. Okay. Yeah, see, look at that. End of a learning phase. And there's been a lot of change, right, taking place on the road to you finding yourself again, and on the road to you healing. Okay, so yeah, definitely end of a learning phase. The sudden change, again, is what I also feel like there's been a lot of changes as a result of this. But I also feel like that's also what the page is indicating, right? That there's something that will come through. Like I was feeling that there will be news delivered. There will be some kind of information or good news that changes things suddenly to move you forward. Right, so that does make sense as well. Let's see what this card says. All right, so it's time. It says light. It's time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Yeah, it's like no more shining, or no more hiding your shining light under a rock anymore, right? Maybe that situation, maybe there's been a lot of funky energy that you've been working through, and that's part of the hindrance, the blockage of the delay, right? Because a lot of times there are things that we're going through personally on a spiritual level, emotional level, that can create blockages in our life. Sometimes it's obviously not just things inside of us, but things outside of us too. So it kind of feels like there's some shadow aspects over here that were being transmuted in order for you to shine your light, to be the best version of you that you could be. Okay, and now it is your time to shine. Once this gets out of the way, because the Death card is indicating that a change and a cycle and a chapter of life is closing itself out. And now that end of a learning phase, right, you're closing that out, right? You can now shine your light, because sometimes we got to get through the dark before we can reach the light, right? And that's the Knight energy of the Knight of Pentacles. You coming out of this situation secure and stable, right? And moving in the right direction to where you're meant to be. And it feels like over here with the Knight of Pentacles, what Spirit wants you to know about this is that there's nothing that's going to be able to shake you up, right? Or yeah, after you get through this, like there's nothing that you can't handle, in a sense that your solid, your foundation is going to be solid with the Knight of Pentacles, and that's always a good thing. All right, because there's certain things in life that will shake us up, shake up our spiritual foundation, in a sense, especially if it has to do with something spiritual and healing and personal growth, right? Over here on this side. But this is saying there's nothing moving forward that will be able to shake up your foundation, because it was this scenario, okay, that you experienced that taught you how to be strong and solid and secure within yourself through anything that life might throw at you. All right, so yeah, this is about you now shining your light, because you've transmuted the dark now that you can shine your light. Okay, so let's see with the final oracle card. It says here, wow, okay, look at that. Excuse me. It says, easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Yeah, especially if it has to do with news that you're waiting on, right? Or information to come your way. This is indicating good news. So again, don't put any negative thoughts or feelings behind what you're anticipating, okay? So this card is saying everything is smooth sailing, everything's going the way it should. You're on the right path with the Knight of Pentacles. You're on a solid path. There's no need to worry about anything, force anything to happen. Everything is occurring as it should be and when it should be. And the news that you're seeking is going to come through to help assist things to move forward. Okay? So that's a positive thing. And again, the other thing that I'm feeling from this is if you're still undergoing a healing journey, a transformation or change that maybe has been super challenging to you, okay, because we have the change energy twice here, and then also with the Death card itself. So allow these changes to run their course, right? There is some kind of divine blessing and or intervention, I feel, that's going to come through on the other side of this. Everything will, like it feels here with the dove energy, which can speak of peace, everything will have a peaceful like outcome and conclusion to the matter. Everything is unfolding the way it's meant to. Okay, have compassion for yourself through the process of your shift, your change, your transformation. And again, everybody heals at their own pace. Just keep that in mind as well, right? Everybody heals at their own pace. So have compassion for you and the pace that you heal at, right? Because it's going to be different from everybody else's. It's not going to be the same. And, you know, sometimes we can be our hardest critic, right? Some of us will say, oh, yeah, I should have did that by now, or I should have finished that by now, or I should have been over that by now, right? According to whose timeline, though? You see what I'm saying? So it's like we all have our own timeline for everything. Whether that's love, whether that's, you know, purchasing a home for the first time in our life, whether that's, you know, having a certain career or lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Everything happens at our own personal timeline, and sometimes society will make you feel like you have to obtain or achieve certain things by a certain age or by a certain part in your, you know, of your journey. And that's kind of, again, we can be our own worst critic, and we can assume that it's supposed to be a certain way based on what everybody else is doing. But this, again, keep in mind, this is your journey, this is your timeline, and everything will unfold when it's meant to for you, your highest good, no sooner, no later. All right, so let's grab some, like I said, this is super positive energy. Everything is smooth sailing. Easy does it is the card. So I just want to remind you of that. Easy does it, okay? This is time for you to shine your light and get through, like put this end of a learning phase fully behind you so you can move forward and make the progress and gains that you want to see in your journey and in your life. The good news that you're waiting for will come through, so I just want to emphasize that again, and it'll help you to move forward in the right direction at the right time for you. Okay, so I'm going to conclude this reading with angel numbers, and if you're not familiar with my channel, what I do is I roll the dice for angel numbers. These angel numbers, once they come up, may confirm some things I've already said in this reading and or provide you with additional messages that perhaps you need personally on your journey. I don't like to recommend a source to look up because, for one, it could be one you don't like, and two, I want you to take the journey to find your own magic, because a lot of times when we do the research for ourselves, we come across other serendipity and synchronicity and nuggets of confirmation that Spirit wants you to find along the way. If I gave you a shortcut to research the number, I might rob you of that experience, and I don't want that to happen. Likewise, I always tell everybody in the comment section, or I always tell everybody that please refrain from putting the number interpretation in the comment section for the same reason, because again, we want everybody to find their own magic. We don't want to rob them of that experience, okay? Because it's always personal to each and every one. So let's see what numbers come up for you for this reading. All right, so we have 8, 9, 8. So 898 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number, see what it brings to you. If you feel that this reading has helped in some way, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to take it a step further to support what I do here, check out my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop link to my store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, Tektite crystals like Libyan desert glass, Moldavite right now is sold out. I also have other things that I create by hand, and I have personal readings when available, keyword when. Right now my availability is super limited, so you might not see anything there at this time. However, when I get around to having more time in my schedule and as I complete readings for other people, I will repost readings for my audience. So with all that being said, Star Family, I will leave you here, sending much love wherever you are. Take care and always keep shining.